This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And we are back with Lynn Winters, our Professional of the Year. Congratulations. Guger Energy
Thank
Arts. She's a certified hypnotist, past life regression, hypnosis she does, Reiki master. She does so much. And we're excited she's back today to join us to talk more about how she can help you with all energy healing, all levels, and of course, hypnosis. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
Oh, thank you for being here again. Please introduce yourself to our listeners before we begin today's show.
I am Lynn Winters. I am a certified Reiki hypnosis person, and I am a master also. I do past life regression hypnosis. I also do a lot of teaching about energy work and healing.
Beautiful. And there's so much to you. And we'll get to talk a little bit more about her background as we go, in case you're new to the show. For today, we're going to start off by talking a little bit about the importance of body and what that means, right?
Yes. Usually people come to hypnosis or to Reiki as a last resort, and I think that's because it's just not well known yet.
Yeah.
However, the body is not designed to live in constant stress. It's designed to have stress save us from predators like dinosaurs and things, and we are supposed to come out of it and be peaceful most of the time, grazing. And so the body lives on love. And if we're not getting enough of that or consistent or enough peace, then the body is overstressed and it uses all its energy up and has nothing to rejuvenate. And that's what causes disease and illness. And so it's really important, especially today when society and this world is swimming in a lot of negativity, that we really take care of our body and give it an opportunity to rejuvenate. We're supposed to also sleep during our rejuvenation, but that doesn't happen also. So body work is really important. And the thing about body work is the body likes consistency. So if you decide to get body work, whether it's Reiki or massage or acupuncture, do it regularly if you can. If you do it just once a month, try to do it the first week of each month so that it's consistent. It likes consistency. If you have the luxury to do it every week, that's fantastic.
Okay.
Try to do it the same day every week. The body likes that. It also likes variety within that consistency. So you want your massage person or your Reiki master to apply different techniques during each session. The body will respond much better if you do that. Also, if you don't have a partner or are non-sexual, it is really important that you get body work because the body needs to be touched, it needs to be loved. There are reports done and studies done with children that have never been touched
Ah,
and or abused, and they don't grow like they should.
yeah.
So it's very important for all of us to really give ourselves the nurturing. If we don't get it in our surroundings, go get it.
Oh my goodness. And just speaking of specifically the type of body work that we're talking about here, how do you explain that?
The Reiki, I do Reiki, and that's my specialty. Any of the body works, whether it's Reiki or massage or acupuncture or reflexology, they all move the energy. When you have an illness of any kind, the energy is blocked and it's not flowing. We are
Okay.
designed to have our energy flow. And so
Okay.
Reiki, those other practices can move that energy and get it flowing. When it's moving, you can get it healed. You can get your
Got it.
body.
Perfect. Thank you. Just wanted to clarify. And we're going to talk a little bit about the client during a body work session in particular as well. I would love to hear some stories about, how this works and the process of it, please.
Thank you. There are all different types of people that come to Reiki or to any body work, and they come in different conditions because, as we know, there are no 2 days alike. There are
Nope.
no 2 moments alike. And so sometimes people come to body work and they have an expectation that it's going to be the same exact feeling that they had before, or they'll have the same reaction. There are no two reactions that will be the same. And as far as Reiki goes, Reiki always works whether you are conscious enough to have an awareness of that energy moving, or you may be having an unconscious day and not have that consciousness, it always works.
Interesting. Interesting. And I want to see this live in action. Which we can see some examples. Candy, do you have any do you have any courses that you do like on YouTube as well?
I don't, but what I do have are hypnosis recordings. And it's interesting that you should say that because I had forgotten, and I was going to tell you this at another time. I have often done Reiki and played one of my hypnosis recordings with the client while they get it, so they get a double dose of
Oh,
healing. And that can be done with any practitioner that may be listening, like if you are a acupuncturist or reflexology or massage, you can use those CDs also and give that client a double dose of healing, especially if they have a specific condition, like maybe they're struggling with alcoholism, or they could have a bad body image, or they may have
yeah.
insomnia relief. It's really beneficial to them to get the mind participating in the healing in addition to the body work.
Got it. All right, good to know. Thank you for that. Also, for someone, I know you have the amazing technique. You have your own self-hypnosis. I want to talk more about that too. Where do we go next? My computer's stuck, but I know I have your notes.
It's all right.
I'm like, it's not working. Right, but there's more notes. Go ahead, please help me out.
It's probably the energy that's just got it all fired up.
And mine's all stuck because I'm all clogged up today. I'm so sorry, Lynn.
You can find me at Keuka, that's Keuka, energyarts.com. I'll say that again. It's Keuka, Keuka, energyarts.com. You can email me if you'd like. You can also plug into some of those hypnosis recordings, and there are little samples there also that you can check those out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And now the whole self-hypnosis with body work, how does, give us some background to that, how you do that and how it works, and love to get more details on it and to describe it to our listeners and talk more about the benefits too, of course.
A lot of people, when they come to have a Reiki session or even massage, they come from a very stressful situation. And so they may be on the table and I may be doing energy work with them, but it's very hard for them to slow their thinking down and just to relax their body.
Yeah.
And so oftentimes I will play one of my recordings to them so that it gives their brain something else to focus on other
Yeah.
than the stresses of the day or what they're worried about. Also, it's a way for their brain, which is very, very powerful for the body, to participate in the healing from the inside out. So I can be working on them energetically, and at the same time, they can be contributing to their own healing by focusing on changing the energy of their vibrational frequencies of their brain and their thoughts into something that's much more helpful and participatory with themselves.
Can you give me an example of changing this energy?
Sure. I've had people that come in and they're very stressed, and some people also that don't really have an understanding or an awareness of what's possible for
Mm-hmm.
themselves or what's possible with Reiki or any other kind of treatment. And so I may ask them if they mind if I play the recordings for them while I do the Reiki. I get them on the table. I get them very relaxed, and sometimes I will stretch their body out just a little bit to give it permission to let go. And then I will begin the Reiki treatments and start the recordings. The recordings have a very peaceful sound to them, and there are different sound therapies in the back music of each one of the recordings
Mm-hmm.
that support that specific type of healing. And I will literally watch the person breathing change and watch them become more heavy and much more relaxed. And a lot of them don't realize that an hour or an hour and a half has passed. When they get up, they're completely in a different energy field. And that's what you want to do. You want to change your energy field from stress to healing.
Stress to healing. I'm loving this. I need some help with that too. How do I get started?
That's a good question. Well, you can start by doing some things at home. You can do the breath that I had mentioned a few
Yep.
weeks ago. Just
Mm-hmm.
anytime that you realize that you're stressed or that you need a moment to shift yourself, breathe in quickly and then exhale very, very slowly, and do that 3 times. There's something magical about three. You can also do that in between each activity that you have. I can tell you that from my own experience that I have a tendency to go from one thing to another, to another, to another, and it's not worth it. Just pause, even for 3 minutes, and just close your eyes and just breathe as slowly as you can. You can focus on what's behind your eyes and just observe it, not participate in it, but notice if there's colors or movement, just to stop. The most important thing is
Mm.
to change your energy. You can change your own energy if you choose to.
Well, I just closed my eyes for about 10 seconds and it feels good. I'm trying to relax here. But I love how calm you are and you're helping people. You did teach me some breathing techniques. That was a few weeks ago, right? And I mean, breathing, you say, is one of the most important things, as well as meditation in the morning, right?
Yes.
But people also make excuses about the meditation, don't have time. But meditation could be little. I do
Yes,
little. I do little meditations myself in my own bed with my kids.
it's very true. It's really, I understand how people feel that way because I felt that way for years. However, meditation is really about stopping. And if you just begin by stopping, then you have sent a message from yourself
Oh, no.
to
Yep.
yourself that you are the priority in that moment. And that's the message that it needs to get to rejuvenate. It's easy to do.
Got it. All right, perfect. Lynn Winters, if you are just tuning in, she's certified in advanced hypnosis. She's a Reiki master, has many years of teaching experience, and of course, doing energy work over 20 something years. And as an intuitive, also does past life regressions. And also, you mentioned you have some a wisdom circle that you're a part of too, but there's still more we got to talk about. But I'm just reminding people who we're talking to now who are Kuka Energy. What is the wisdom circle? When do you do that?
It is I call it the Reiki Wisdom Circle, and I do it 8 in the morning to 9:30. The beginning of it, the first 15 minutes, people can check in and tell me what they feel they need or what they may be concerned about or any physical conditions that they may have. And then it's an hour of Reiki, and I do a variety of types of Reiki. And sometimes I add crystals. Sometimes I will use smoke therapy, where it's smoke, like the Native Americans, it pushes the negative energy out. And then if you use sweet grass, it draws the positive energies in. And then the last 15 minutes, people can just sit there and adjust.
Okay.
I call it assimilate. You want to really give yourself time to let those energies that you just worked on assimilate into you so that they become familiar instead of the stressful energies that you're used to.
Awesome. Thank you for that. What else is in store for us today, darling? What else did we want to go over for our listeners? And of course, the importance of body being our topic today, overall body. And yeah, let's continue. Body work
One,
is.
one of the things that I think is really important that's not mentioned very often, and the reason that I programmed my Reiki Wisdom Circle for 8 in the morning to
Right.
9:30 in the morning is because it's imperative for the most effect to meditate and to have time with yourself right in the morning. And the wise people from thousands and thousands of years ago have been meditating and giving themselves time first thing in the morning to be with themselves and to check in with themselves. You have to remember that you've just from the realms,
Yeah.
from your sleep. And that's the best time to be with yourself and to check in so that when you go throughout the day, you're much more conscious of making the choices to live the person that you really know that you are instead of the one that's habitually making choices that are not the ones that you want to really be making. So it's very important to do something in the morning. Sometimes journaling. I'm a big journaler. I've been journaling for years and years and years. And I talked recently to another person that journals in the morning, and we both said the same thing, that I feel like if I don't journal, I feel clogged up. I can leave whatever is stressing me on the page. But when you journal, you want to make sure that it doesn't become a do list. I often tell people to start journaling and begin every sentence with, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, or I love, I love, I love. because you want to get to the heart of yourself and
Yeah.
past that analytical brain. And that way, what's the most important parts of you and in your heart, you'll have it in your consciousness and you'll be able to live from it easier throughout the day than if you just jump out of bed and you grab your phone and you grab your coffee and your keys and you're out the door. That's stress. You're beginning with stress. So you have a choice.
Yeah, there's always a lot of stress. Getting the kids up, getting them ready for school, getting them ready for work. That's a lot of us don't handle stress so well, and it shows in our body. Getting sick, run down, maybe just
Yeah.
maybe a coincidence. You find that a lot, I'm sure, with people that are stressed. Getting sick a lot. Do you see that happening a lot when you're overworked, overstressed, not sleeping
Yes.
enough? All right, good. I'm sorry, it's hard to understand
That's
me today.
okay. It's that's you just get are giving me opportunities to share more.
Oh, good.
I
Thank you.
think that when we are doing too much, we know it, but we talk ourselves out of it at that moment and push on. And it's really important to not push yourself. I think that it's socially accepted to go 200 miles an hour, but take a look at the television. It's all commercials about medicine. So
And
don't,
all the side effects that are just drawn out on the bottom, and they could spend 2 minutes saying, and side effects may kill you, you may have a heart attack, you may experience diarrhea, it's like, wait, what?
I
What?
know, right? Things I've never even heard of. No, thank you very much. I'd rather meditate. Something
Totally.
that you mentioned, I want to talk about if that's okay.
Sure.
You talked about getting up in the morning and basically hitting the ground running for your children, and that's wonderful, and that's what we should be doing. Let me just throw in an idea. What if your children witnessed you stopping before you begin that day for yourself and taught them to stop and begin for the day for themselves, even for just the 3 minutes? You would be giving them a tool that we never were given that
Nope.
really can be beneficial.
That is such a good point. Yeah. Why don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So give me an example. Like I get up, I lay in bed before the kids get up, and I do my little routine of me just talking to myself, positive, getting my day started, relaxing, breathing. But it's like 5 minutes, right? To me, that's my meditation. Then I get up and I get the kids up, and then it's hectic. So hold on. What should I be saying to my kids? What should I be telling them specifically to try to do and show them?
There are lots of ways you can make it fun because that's all children like to
Sure.
have fun. We do too, but we've just kind of forgotten. If they're still in their pajamas and they get up and you can show them a seated position on the floor, and if you get on the floor with them, they would love that because we never do that. Or I have a friend of mine who had a child who was very hyper, and I bought him this little meditation chair, and I told him that we're going to play the med game, the meditation game, and he sits down on his chair and he associates that chair with relaxation and self-love, putting his hands on his
Yeah.
heart, to stop and to feel himself. Even if they sit on the floor with you and they just put their hands on their heart and you just have them close their eyes and have them just feel their heart beat.
Mm-hmm.
Just feel it. And it could be anything. You can have them close their eyes and hear the birds
Got it. All
or
right.
just or do the breathing. Either just a little tiny thing can be enormous, and you're teaching them that they are more important than anything and anyone. I wish
Hmm.
I'd learned that sooner.
Beautifully said. I like this. I like this idea. I need to work with my kids more in the morning then because I don't enough. You're right. I'm running, I'm stressing, hit the ground running, as you say. But we got to take it slow. We have to breathe. We have to, be
Yeah.
mindful of the day. And thank you. Do you, by the way, does hypnosis work on children? Random question.
Yes, it does.
It
Yes, it
does.
does. Actually, it's a lot easier for a child to calm the mind than it is for the adult.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot easier for them to go into the subconscious because they are developing, depending how old they are still developing the road out of the subconscious into the other layers of their brain.
Okay.
It's, they're probably going to tell you things that are going to be surprising. Like sometimes even children can remember a past life
Yes,
because
I've heard of
because
this.
they just had it.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I just want to say something else too about you getting up and hitting the ground running with your children. I don't want people to think that that they're bad parents, because a good parent is getting up and doing all the things that they need to for their children. That's a great parent. It's just adding another piece that allows you to use another tool to be a good parent. And if your children see you parenting yourself
Oh, yep.
and parenting yourself with them and teaching them how to parent themselves, in addition to all the wonderful things that you do for your children, then it's like frosting on the cake.
Yeah. And monkey see, monkey do, right? They learn from you.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to remember that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want them to see me stressed out in the morning. They do. I don't want to yell in the morning. They hear it. They see it. They do.
And you
Um,
don't want them to live a stressed life.
yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. But all right, good to know. Well, we still have more time here with Lynn Winters. And what else about hypnosis and Reiki, past life regression did you want to speak about for today, darling?
I'd like to talk about combining modalities.
Okay.
And so this is what I've also done with the Reiki work and with the hypnosis and with the past life regression, and to encourage people to also do acupuncture and reflexology and get regular massages. And under each one of those categories, there are a variety of tools and techniques that they can use that you could enjoy. It doesn't just have to be one.
All right. For example,
Like, Uh, I do massage. I go get massage, and there are a lot of varieties of that. My massage therapist just spoke to me about using tuning forks during her.
and sound healing.
Do that.
Yes. Okay.
And sometimes she uses my hypnosis recordings during the massages that she does. And also, my
Oh,
acupuncturist has used my recordings in her acupuncture treatments also.
wow. I didn't realize that those different modalities can cross like that. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
a
Okay,
double
cool.
dose.
Oh, and so you're bringing your recordings in like for the massage and all?
Yeah, some of them it depends on how technical they are. Some people have CD players, and some people go on Spotify or something like that, and they get the recordings. And some people purchase them from myself, my own
Awesome.
website.
Oh my goodness. Love it. Love it. Love it. And the work that you're doing, just by the way, where are you based out of again?
In the Finger Lakes, I work all around the Finger Lakes.
But you also work with people all over, right? Not just in
Yes,
person in the Finger Lakes, right?
yes.
And your whole self-hypnosis series, right? Let me just ask, I mean, how do we get started with that? And how long does this last? How long do we need to keep, repeating in a sense to make things stick, when you do hypnosis in a sense?
That's a good question, a great question. So I'm going to go to the part where how long do you have to do it to make it stick? That's a great
Sure.
question. I think that there's two points to that. One is it's really important, whatever the intention is that you have of whatever you're doing and why you're doing it. Are you doing hypnosis or Reiki or journaling or whatever it is to change yourself to be the person you want to be? Or
Yeah.
is it a task and just another checklist and another thing you're going to do in that day? Because your intention will impact the outcome. And then,
Yeah.
secondly, it's really important that you repeat things, especially right after you've introduced yourself to a new topic, over and over and over and over, because that's the way the brain creates long-term memory. And you want to use that design in your favor to change yourself. It's all about changing the energy. And with my recordings, there is a dialogue. And then on the second track, it's just the back music. And that will have impact on you
Wow.
also the more you have listened to the dialogue section.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you for that. And let me ask, normally, when you do the program, right? Can you do it again later at a different time in your life? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I've had many people do it for a very long period of time. They may get sidetracked.
Yep.
They may be starting something different, and then they come back to it. And there's going to be something in your body that will remember it already, so it'll
Yeah.
have an even stronger impact. But it's always there. That tool is always there. I also have people that take it with them when they travel. Sometimes, again, people have a little CD player, or sometimes people will have it in their phone so that they can stay on track when they leave their home.
Yeah. All right. Figure that's everything's on the iPhone these days, right?
Yeah,
Makes it much easier. And, with the work you're doing, and, I just also want to bring up quickly, I know past life regression, it wasn't really on our list to talk about for today, but do you feel that we can you connect to all of us? Have you ever had an experience where you can't go past someone's life? And how many lives can you go back?
that's a good question. It really depends on the person. If
Yeah.
they are in a condition to be able to let themselves relax and go deeper and deeper and deeper. I've had people that have a hard time going to a past life regression because they can't let themselves relax enough. So that just means that they need to do some more techniques to relax longer and have relaxation a part of their life so that they can get to a deeper state. Sometimes people are not ready for past life, and I think that the divine knows it. And so they just need to do a little bit more work on themselves before they can go there. I've had people that can do hypnosis and get relaxed and to go into that state,
Yeah.
but have only witnessed something that was in this lifetime, in a regression in this lifetime, and not gone into a past lifetime. And what it turned out as, that was the information that they really needed to have, was from this lifetime that they were shutting down
Wow.
before they could go to a past lifetime. So it depends.
Goosebumps, goosebumps. All right. And we got 2 more minutes left. How did you want to kind of sum up for today?
I just want to remind you to try something different and give yourself a chance to open your heart, close your eyes, breathe. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Ah, good. Good. And any energy healing sendings to someone who's sick like me, what can I do to feel better today? I have to ask.
Oh no, it's a good thing that you did. Just close your eyes and allow yourself to open your heart and to receive that love that is available to you. And allow yourself to inhale it, to inhale the love into your heart and let that go into every atom in your body.
It's coming in. Yes. Oh, now I'm getting sleepy. I have to work. I can't get sleepy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Your
Well,
body is responding
yeah. Well, thank you so much for that. And for today's discussion, remind us how we can all contact you now.
at Keuka Energy Arts. That's KEUKA, energyarts.com.
Thank you again. Wow. I feel relaxed. Is that
Good.
okay? Yeah.
That's excellent. That's exactly what you need.
All right.
Make
Thank you
you feel
again.
better.
Lynn Winters, a professional of the year. Congratulations again. Looking forward to next week. And you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Feel better.
Thank you, honey. Bye bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.